The prologue, delivered by Galadriel, depicts the Dark Lord Sauron creating the One Ring, which he intends to use to conquer the kingdoms of Middle-earth by enslaving the holders of the Rings of Power, which are powerful magical rings given to individuals from the races of elves, dwarves, and men. At the foot of Mount Doom, a last alliance of elves and men is formed to oppose Sauron and his armies, but Sauron himself comes and kills Elendil, High King of Arnor and Gondor, and Gil-galad, High King of the Noldor. Isildur, Elendil's son, grabs the hilt of his father's broken sword Narsil and cuts at Sauron's hand when Elendil falls. The blow severes Sauron's fingers, severing him from the ring and defeating his army. Because Sauron's life is linked in the ring, he is not defeated until the ring itself is destroyed in the lava and fire of Enki-Doom, where it was made. Isildur accepts the ring and succumbs to its allure, refusing to destroy it, only to be ambushed and killed by orcs on the banks of the river Anduin. The ring has been washed away in the river. The ring is discovered 2,500 years later, and it eventually falls into the hands of the monster Gollum, who keeps it underground for 5 decades, granting Gollum unnaturally long life. The ring, however, abandons him and is discovered by the hobbit Bilbo Baggins, much to the chagrin of Gollum, who refers to it as his precious. When Bilbo returns to the Shire with the ring, the plot moves forward 60 years. Bilbo bequeaths the ring to his nephew and adopted successor, Frodo Baggins, on his 111th birthday. The wizard Gandalf quickly realizes it's the One Ring and sends him to Bree with Sam, intending to meet him there after Gandalf travels to Isengard to meet the leader of his order, Saruman. Saruman announces that the Nazgul, or Ringwraiths, have left Mordor to capture the ring and kill whoever holds it. Having already joined Sauron's cause, he then imprisons Gandalf atop Orthanc, his towering tower dwelling. Saruman's final aim is visible to Gandalf. He has begun to destroy the forests surrounding Isengard in order to create weapons for an army of larger and stronger orcs, the Uruk-hai. Frodo and Sam are soon joined by Merry and Pippin, 2 more hobbits. They reach Bree after encountering and dodging a ringwraith on the road, where they meet a man named Strider, who promises to escort them to Rivendell and assists them in evading the ringwraiths once more. Because Gandalf isn't there to instruct them, the hobbits agree. After some journey, they spend the night on Weathertop's Hill, when they are ambushed by the Nazgul. Strider beats off the specters, but Frodo is severely injured by a Morgul blade and has been sent to Rivendell for treatment. While being pursued by the Nazgul, Frodo is transported to the elvish haven of Rivendell by the elf Arwen and treated by her father, Elrond. Frodo finds Gandalf at Rivendell, who explains why he didn't meet them at Bree as planned. When imprisoned atop Orthanc, he managed to escape with the help of Gwaihir, a giant eagle. Meanwhile, there are several gatherings of diverse peoples, and Elrond convenes a council to decide what should be done with the ring. The ring can only be destroyed by tossing it into the lava-filled fires of Mount Doom, whence it was made. Mount Doom is in Mordor, near Sauron's fortress of Barad-dûr, and will be a perilous voyage. Frodo volunteers to carry the ring to Mount Doom as the others fight over who should or should not. He is accompanied by his hobbit buddies and Gandalf, as well as Strider, who is revealed to be Aragorn, Gondor's true heir. They are joined by the elf Legolas, the dwarf Gimli, and Boromir, the son of the steward of Gondor. They are known as the Fellowship of the Ring. The Fellowship sets out to cross the mountain Caradhras, but they are stopped by the bitter cold and Saruman, who uses his wizardry to cause an avalanche. They are forced to trek underground through the Moria mines. Pippin, while traveling in the mines, inadvertently alerts a band of orcs to their existence. At the bridge of Khazad-dûm, the Fellowship encounters a Balrog, an ancient demon of fire and shadow. Gandalf battles the Balrog on the bridge, allowing the others to escape the mines while falling into the chasm below with the monstrosity. The company flees to the elvish land of Lothlorien, where the monarchs, Galadriel and her husband Celeborn, hide them. Galadriel is put to the test as she tries to persuade Frodo to give her the ring, but she comes to her senses and asks him to keep the ring safe until it can be destroyed. The band decides to proceed on the river Anduin towards Parth Galen after resting. Galadriel offers Frodo the Phial of Galadriel, a light source, before they leave. Boromir, affected by the ring's magic, tries to grab the ring from Frodo, who manages to escape by putting the ring on his finger and disappearing. Frodo decides to leave the Fellowship and travel to Mordor alone, knowing that the ring's temptation will be too great for them. Meanwhile, the remainder of the Fellowship is being attacked by Uruk-hai, larger and stronger orcs that Saruman has developed that can tolerate sunlight. When Merry and Pippin realize Frodo is leaving, they distract the orcs, allowing Frodo to flee. Boromir comes to the assistance of the two hobbits in a desperate act of self-redemption, but is gravely wounded by the orc commander Lurtz, and Merry and Pippin are kidnapped. Boromir is discovered by Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, who regrets attempting to steal the ring and dies. His body is later placed in a boat and sailed down the Anduin and over the Rhoros Falls. They make the decision to follow the orcs and save the hobbits, abandoning Frodo to his fate. Sam joins Frodo before he departs, and the two walk together into Emyn Muil towards Mordor. Subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching this video.